Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
Unpopular K-pop opinions because BABYMONSTER Disneyfied hip-hop. And K-pop Spy took a couple days off. We haven't seen her in a minute, so let's see
good
what she got to
good
say.
for the person. Maybe they
1. Baby
needed it.
Monster Babes. Hot sauce? Really? The second that phrase hit my ears, my soul straight up rolled its eyes and said, no, we ain't doing this again. You know it's bleak when you're getting PTSD level trauma triggers from NCT Dream's ear-assaulting fever dream from 4 years ago. And Baby Monster just had to revive the trauma. Like, what's the fascination with hot sauce? Did somebody at YG lose a bet? Or are they genuinely convinced this phrase slaps? Look, I get what Baby Monster was trying to serve. They went digging through hip-hop's golden years, those gritty 80s beats and CO Taiji's rebellious 90s vibes, and on paper, that's a fine recipe, but somehow, the execution ended up less old-school authenticity and more PBS Kids special about the history of hip-hop. The beat is so minimal it feels like it's missing 3 layers. Yeah, it's a bounce, sure, but it doesn't go anywhere. It loops like it's lost, trapped in a lazy one-bar time. Warp, hoping someone will throw it a bridge, a pre-chorus, something. Minimalism works if there's attitude or charisma to back it up. Here, it's all very my first rap performance energy. Now the hook. Hot sauce? That's the word you built your song around? The word choice alone is cringe, but the execution is a crime. It sounds like they're saying it because someone told them it would be cool and edgy, but it lands like a corporate exec's idea of street culture. It's painfully rehearsed. Some words are just not meant to be hooks unless you know what the heck you're doing, and they clearly don't. Also, whoever thought the red yellow green line was the cherry on top? Take their pen away, Rora sweetie. I know you're trying, but it sounded like you were naming crayons in a daycare rhyme. You don't sound like a baddie. You sound like you're leading a pre-K traffic safety lesson. Why are we rapping in primary colors? You could have referenced fire, heat, chili, danger, anything, but instead we got the Google logo palette. And let's chat about Baby Monster's flow for a sec, because calling it a flow is already too generous. The girls legit sound like they're reading off a karaoke teleprompter. Zero personality, zero bite. Just copy-pasting a line over and over with slightly different pitches. It's giving amateur night at the youth center energy. If you're gonna pay tribute to old-school rap legends, you need presence, you need attitude, you need swagger. Things these girls clearly haven't found yet, except for, maybe Asa. The rest is serving bland reheated leftovers from eras they
Ooh, I
clearly
told
don't
you Asa
understand deeply enough
cleared.
to emulate.
She
Honestly,
cleared.
the whole 2.5-minute runtime felt like 10. Because guess what happens when your hook consists of 2 monotonous syllables? It gets repetitive fast, then painfully repetitive, then straight up annoying. This ain't hot sauce. This is ketchup pretending it's habanero. Try again. 2. Let's talk about the
So yeah, we talked about this already in the K-pop news video, and if you guys saw a reaction, yeah, that was a flop. This is what it is.
I do agree that the statement that they Disneyfied
Yeah,
hip-hop,
they did. They did.
because I do see it being on something like on a Disney Channel on Saturday, and they're trying to make it fun. But that's why I don't take it seriously, because it's just I don't see Baby Monster. I don't see the artistry of it, where they make it their own.
Honestly, I think she's on point with everything she said. I don't really have any kickback.
All Day Project trademark drama. They've been hit with a legal threat from Australian rapper All Day, claiming their name infringes on his trademarks. And to be fair, he does have receipts. He holds active trademarks for All Day in both Australia and the US, covering digital music.
Oh, he does have a trademark in America. That's a problem for All Day Project, because I did ask where's the venue. I thought this is, maybe just about Australia. So, okay, All Day Project just not performing in Australia. They do have a show upcoming in America, in KCON, LA.
So we can get a name switch.
I
Maybe
don't
ADP?
know. Well, honestly, first of all, ADP sounds way better than All Day Project anyway. But this is interesting.
Recordings, merch, and live gigs. His Australian registration is locked in till 2030, so he's not just yelling into the void. He's got a registered legal leg to stand on, at least domestically. But now here's where his legal tantrum starts wobbling. Trademarks are territorial. They don't magically apply worldwide just because you feel slighted, unless he holds trademark rights in South Korea, where All Day Project is actually based and operating. Then his legal leverage there is basically non-existent. He went online and called it the greatest legal battle of all time and tossed in some lazy shade about K-pop being mostly trash. Sir, if you're going to act like a courtroom warrior, at least bring something stronger than recycled genre beef and Twitter fingers. The K-pop scene isn't going to crumble just because one indie rapper had a tantrum. And even in the US and Australia, this isn't exactly an open and shut case. Courts don't just go, oh, the names kind of rhyme and rule in your favor.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
you don't want to name call people. You want to make them motivated
No.
to take you down too. So
I-
you're like, bro, what do you think?
I agree with what she's saying. The name, it might present an issue, but the courts have to decide that it does.
Yeah.
I can't say for any certainty that court is definitely ruling with the guy. He has a claim, and that's why he's going to take it to court to figure it out.
And I feel like they did kind of look into it.
I would hope they
Size
did.
the
I would
guy
hope
up
so.
and say, oh, we could take this.
I would hope so.
They look at likelihood of confusion, which means digging into stuff like, are the two names really that indistinguishable?
Sherwin-Williams scheduled
I
home
think
delivery.
they're similar enough in my opinion. I think all day project.
But the way the guy is talking, he might get his feelings hurt
We'll
on
see.
purpose.
We shall see.
Are the fan bases overlapping? Are the music genres and branding similar? Are consumers likely to be misled? And let's be real, a solo rapper called
Well, the genres are similar because they're kind of doing hip hop and he is a rapper, so that's kind of similar.
All Day doing Australian hip hop isn't exactly going to be confused with a Korean co-ed group called All Day Project. The vibes, markets, and aesthetics are galaxies apart. Not to mention the word all day isn't exactly a unique coined term. It's about as trademarkable as everyday or forever, the greatest legal battle of all time. Girl,
I think the way it's spelling all day like a one word, it is kind of unique. 'Cause all day is two words. It's not one word. So for the fact that he called that, and he is also one word, and they're one word. If they said all space day space project, then okay, that's not even common. But they both have that all day, which is one word. So I do think it's comparable.
bye. Nobody knows who you are. Talking trash like a 13 years old. What a joke. 3. Rosie and Alex Warren's On My Mind was giving church music with pop lyrics. The Billboard Hot 100 has become a dumping ground for bland, safe white male ballads, and this song fits right in. It's a dull, lifeless attempt at emotional resonance that ends up sounding like a worship song ghostwritten by ChatGPT and mixed inside a church basement. Alex Warren's contribution is giving boiled chicken, bland, unseasoned, and weirdly wet, while Rosie, one of the most distinct voices, is reduced to
But listen,
background noise
is she
in a
gonna say no to this project? No, because this guy is on top of the list too.
song so structurally limp it couldn't climax if it tried, roping her into the white male sad pop industrial complex where every emotion is commodified, sterilized and wrapped in acoustic wallpaper and vague lyrics trying to pass for depth. 4.
I mean, she ain't lied. That song was so garbage. We started playing it. I skipped it a minute and I was like, I heard Rosie's part. I was like, okay, I can't listen to this shit. Skipped it next. Yeah, the song was garbage, but Alex Warren is charting like crazy. The song is definitely gonna chart just because of his name. And as you said, who's Rose to say no to a feature like that? He's #1 on Billboard almost in like half of the world right now. So for her to say no, it would be silly. She has to take that opportunity, and we'll see where it lands. I don't know. It didn't vibe with me, but that's I don't know. People might eat it up.
Did Somi use AI for her concept teaser? There's no hard proof, but the video screams AI. The biggest giveaway is how weirdly smooth and robotic everything looks. No real camera or human moves like that. Her face changes expressions way too perfectly, like it's
Maybe
being
that
morphed
was the
frame by
look she
frame
was
instead of her
going
actual
for.
muscles moving. And her eyes? They stay locked in place even when her head turns.
I don't understand what's the issue with using AI for a teaser. Like, it's
see
just
anything
a
wrong with that.
teaser.
It's
It's
a
just a
teaser.
teaser. Like, I get for the music video, yeah, it's a problem, but a
I guess,
teaser, like,
but
come on.
there's also an art to it. You know, people want quality. No.
They're glued to the screen, which is something AI often messes up. Her body also
But at
feels
the same
stiff,
time,
like
they're not gonna accept AI money to purchase their merch.
it's stuck in one pose, but her hair and clothes still move like there's motion, which doesn't add up. Real people shift weight, adjust slightly, she doesn't. And the lighting? Way too consistent. The shadows don't change at all, even when her position does, which makes it look like every frame was rendered from the same photo. All these little off things, the frozen stare, the stiff body and the fake movement are major signs this was made using AI. 5. Remember the reports about Hybe's Indian sublabel? Well, it's official now, but hey, India isn't South Korea. That might sound obvious, but it needs to be tattooed on the forehead of every exec thinking they can copy-paste the K-pop model into the Indian market. Hybe's walking into a landscape where music is
Yeah, I think it's not straightforward because I believe I've said this before when we reacted to Black Swan, I think, and I was like, oh, you know, they're gonna pop off in India. And people were saying that India, they don't really listen to K-pop like that in India. They said that there's, and what we've seen, at least, you know, on the charts, is more like that Bollywood music that's charting. I think if Hype comes in and with a K-pop style of music, I think they're gonna flop flat on their face. I think they have to actually research the market and see what is popular in that market. They can't just come in doing K-pop and think, oh, we're gonna be the next big thing in India.
isn't just a standalone industry, it's surgically fused with film in India. People consume music through movies, drenched in drama, lip-syncing actors, and sorry-swirling dance breaks. Try separating the soundtrack from the screen and you're basically giving a fish a bicycle. It doesn't work. And this whole let's debut idol groups in India pipe dream? Already attempted multiple times, and spoiler alert, the results so far are lukewarm at best. Why? Because the infrastructure doesn't exist. You can't run a K-pop model in a place where artists don't even own their masters and record labels don't build stars. They lease them out to movie soundtracks. India's music scene is basically 10 singers, 3 labels and a million ghostwriters trapped in the same Bollywood hamster wheel. The star of the song is rarely the singer. It's the actor dancing in slow motion next to a waterfall. Now, I'll give
interesting.
credit where it's due, in theory. Yes, there's overlap between Indian and Korean pop culture ecosystems. Cult-like fan bases? Check. Ridiculous per-social loyalty? Check. Glamorized visuals and stage spectacles? Double check.
Check.
The consumer behavior is there, but that's surface level. Once you dig deeper, the infrastructure, monetization, language fragmentation, and cultural gatekeeping are gonna be hard for Hybe to figure out. And let's not even start on the linguistic nightmare they're about to walk into. In Korea, you've got one language. In India, you sneeze and hit 5 different languages, all with their own music markets, fan cultures, and gate.
I got her a little something.
A little something, Dad?
I guess you better
Won't
don't
hold
sneeze
his
in India.
401k account.
Keepers, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Punjabi, Bengali,
Oh,
and
Tamil,
each of them
your
acts
favorite
like
language.
its own mini country when it comes to music consumption. You think fandom wars are bad in K-pop? Wait till you drop a Hindi-speaking idol group and alienate the 300 million Tamil speakers. Have fun navigating that
Wow.
political minefield. Also, how are you going to build long-term idol brands when India's entertainment cycle eats talent alive faster than a TikTok trend? In K-pop, idols train for years to become polished brands. In India, you're lucky if you get noticed for 5 minutes before the next nepotism baby drops a teaser trailer and resets the industry focus. And don't even dream about surviving in India unless you partner with local giants like T-Series, Z, or Sony Music India, because without their blessing, your artists might as well be whispering into the void. India doesn't do underground slow burn rises, it does massive viral oversaturated stardom or utter obscurity. In short, Hybe's plan is ambitious, but they better come in with more than just Korean subtitles and a dream. They need to rebuild the entire idol pipeline for a market that's allergic to artist individuality and has spent decades conditioning audiences to focus on film stars, not singers. 6. Sujeon just announced a US tour and people are already side-eyeing the setlist situation. Sis has only 12 songs to her name. But let's not forget her last tour ran on like 6 tracks and 2 dance covers, and she somehow made it work. She's dropping an EP next month.
I mean, 12 songs is not bad. 12 songs is like, what, 45 minutes? Plus, if she's dropping another album that adds another 15 minutes, an hour-long set.
And then covers.
Some intermissions, maybe a couple covers.
Guest appearances.
Yeah,
A
that's
little
not bad.
conversation.
That's not bad at all.
So she'll likely stretch the setlist to 18 songs, probably padded with dance covers, fan Q&As.
Like, we've seen BABYMONSTER do tours on less songs than that.
or a long-winded life story segment.
Maybe not like a US tour, but still,
Yeah.
go do tour. Fan signing event.
For context, even Mamamoo's Wasa did her solo tour with just 15 tracks, so it's doable. What is concerning though is the timing. Some of Sujeon's stops are dangerously close to Lee Seraphim, Stacy, and Baby Monster's dates, which means she's either wildly confident or begging for ticket sales
Wow.
drama, not to mention the awkwardly long hiatus before the tour even starts. 7. Let's review H1 Key's comeback Summer Was You. H1 Key's debut was
I guess we stop here
this
because we don't know
one.
this one, yeah.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And always, share as much kindness as possible.